Have you ever imagined that a traditional song could hold the deepest secrets of the world's two biggest stars? Today, the internet is breaking as the true meaning behind the legendary Arirang performance finally comes to light. Brace your hearts, because the latest revelation from V and Jungkook will completely silence all the doubts and make our tears fall. Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, the place where we share all the heartwarming moments, fascinating stories, and sweet interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook that always make ARMY smile. ARMY, let us travel back to that magical moment that will never be erased from our memories, the epic Arirang performance that captivated the entire world. Behind the dazzling stage lights and the roaring cheers of the massive crowd, there is a secret language understood only by two souls bound so tightly together. Taehyung and Jungkook, two figures who are always the center of attention, hid a profound message behind their every gaze and vocal harmony. Haters have constantly tried to find flaws, attempting to tear down their closeness with endless baseless rumors. However, destiny has a unique way of silencing every single doubt. Just recently, a massive secret regarding Arirang finally leaked and shook our entire fandom to its core. This is not just an ordinary song, rather, it is a grand proclamation of a spiritual bond utterly impenetrable by time or distance. Brace yourselves, because what is revealed today is far more beautiful and dramatic than we ever imagined. As the melody of Arirang played, pure emotion poured out of every single line sung by Jungkook, while Taehyung provided a foundation of immense strength through his unwavering presence. Critics and haters kept shutting their eyes, claiming it was merely an ordinary stage coincidence. Oh, how incredibly wrong they were. In a beautiful leaked conversation, it was revealed they chose this song for deeply personal reasons. Arirang is a story of separation, longing, and the promise to always find a way back to each other. For Taehyung and Jungkook, this masterpiece mirrors their long journey with BTS, surviving violent storms and shedding tears, yet always holding hands. When the world feels so cruel and tries to tear them apart, they find absolute refuge in their harmonies. The fact that they dedicated this performance to express their profound loyalty to one another makes our hearts ache with an unbearable, overwhelming sense of emotion that we simply cannot hide. You all definitely remember how their intense gazes locked on that stage, right? That was not just some cheap fan service, ARMY. It was a profound communication of souls speaking infinitely louder than thousands of words. A trusted source close to the Korean entertainment industry finally spoke up, revealing that during the Arirang rehearsals, Jungkook actually cried because he was so moved by the heartbreaking lyrics. And guess who immediately pulled him into a tight embrace? That is absolutely right, Kim Taehyung. V whispered to him, ensuring that no matter how heavy the challenges in the future might be, they would never let those sad lyrics become the reality of their lives. Haters can spread their toxic venom and lies every single day, but the truth of genuine affection can never be concealed. This behind-the-scenes moment is undeniable proof that their brotherhood and love transcend all worldly drama. Are you feeling the chills yet? The surprise is not over. Then came the legendary sentence that is now going viral across all social media platforms, a sentence that left every single anti and hater completely speechless. In an exclusive magazine interview, when asked about the profound meaning of Arirang for their friendship, the answer that came out was truly beyond everyone's expectations. With eyes shining with pure honesty and voices trembling while holding back a massive flood of emotions, they indirectly confessed that the song is an eternal love letter to their unbreakable bond. The internet exploded instantly. Trending topics were entirely dominated by the happy tears of ARMYs who finally saw the breathtaking truth revealed so openly. Just imagine, two of the biggest superstars of this century bravely defying all the negative narratives trying to pull them apart. They chose to stand tall, protect each other fiercely, and make Arirang a symbol that there is absolutely zero room for doubt between two united hearts. However, the most tear-jerking part is when that sacred statement was finally spoken. A highly reliable source leaked a quote that literally makes our hearts skip a beat, "Only death can part us." This expression is not just some dramatic hyperbole, rather, it is a vow of loyalty carved deeply into the very recesses of their souls. Taehyung, with his deep charisma, has always been the invisible protector of the golden magne. On the other hand, Jungkook makes V his ultimate sanctuary when the storms of the entertainment industry hit too hard. When they performed Arirang, those lyrics of longing were transformed into a holy oath to survive together, fighting against every single inch of hatred thrown their way. Haters have now lost their weapons, because what can they possibly do to destroy a bond tied by a life-or-death vow? Their loyalty has become a real legend, completely shifting the world's perspective on the true meaning of selfless and absolutely unconditional affection. Can you truly feel how incredibly intense the emotions flowing from that sacred sentence are, ARMY? This is not just an ordinary closeness between idol group members. This is the majestic meeting of two soulmates who found a safe home in each other amidst the chaos of the universe. Every time we replay the video of that Arirang performance now, it feels exactly like watching a highly emotional, Oscar-winning movie scene. The brilliant camera angles, the deeply meaningful gazes, down to their perfectly blending breaths, everything loudly voices the unwritten love and promises that make us all unable to hold back our heavy tears. Several facial expression experts even dissected that exact moment, concluding that the intimacy and trust they radiate are so pure and unscripted. They have completely surpassed the traditional definition of Korean friendship. Now, the loud haters can only hide in the shadows, mourning their bitter defeat against the unbreakable fortress of Taekook. Let us take a brief moment to deeply absorb the monumental meaning behind the long journey they have navigated up to this very second. From their incredibly uncertain trainee days, where they had to share small meals and swallow their exhausted sweat together, to finally standing proudly at the absolute peak of the global music charts. Through countless obstacles, their bond has been severely tested but has never once cracked. Arirang serves as the ultimate crowning reminder for both of them that even though this cruel world is temporary, their togetherness is something truly eternal. It is never easy to maintain such a profound relationship in the middle of a ruthless, manipulative entertainment industry filled with suffocating expectations. That is exactly why this indirect confession is the greatest victory for armies who always believed. We are witnesses to history. So, what can we learn from this immense love they show to us and to the world watching them so closely every day? This dramatic Arirang story of Taekook teaches us about absolute loyalty, the immense courage to defend one another, and the extraordinary, unstoppable power of genuine love. Haters might desperately continue to search for new flaws, but the magnificent fortress built by Taehyung and Jungkook is now far too sturdy to be destroyed by cheap slander. The promise that only death can part us will continuously echo in every single heartbeat of the true fans who love them without any conditions. Now, after knowing the truly magical and emotional meaning behind all of this, I desperately want to hear your voices. Which specific Taekook moment from the Arirang performance successfully made you sob all night long? Do not hesitate to pour out all your feelings in the comments section below. If you are deeply moved and proud to see their sweet bond, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with all your fellow ARMY friends right now.